Hey everybody, I'm going to show you what a proportional calipers is. It's a way of measuring a smaller drawing and comparing it to a larger drawing. This is a proportional caliper, okay? And I'm going to show you how to use that quick. This is not a proportional caliper. This is something totally different. This is a golden ratio measurement device. So once again, that 5/8, if I look here, this is about here, and this is about here. So this is my golden ratio measurement device. Totally different. Now, how the proportional calipers work. Suppose you have a small drawing like this one, and I want to make a larger version of it. What this calipers does, for example, if I want to measure the distance of his back from here to here, if I do that, you can see that measurement is larger on this side, and I go here, and that's the same distance from there to there. So once again, I'm going to measure his head from his neck to his tip of his beak. It's about that far. If I flip it around, it'll be about that far there. So it really helps to determine where things might be. So if I want to see where is his eye in relationship to the top of his head, so I might take that caliper and squeeze it way down so his eye is about right there, okay? And then what I'll do is I'll flip it around and I go here, and I know that the eye on this one is going to be generally in about that area there, okay? So keep in mind, not everything's got to be that perfect. If I'm doing a regular bird and he's got some markings on his wings here, you know, if my marking is off a little bit, it's probably still going to look okay. But if you want to be a little more exact, you might, you know, say, okay, where does that marking come down to? That comes down to about that spot, and I will measure that. And then I'll go in here and I'll say, okay, that's about the spot this comes to. So when I draw that sort of, maybe this was some kind of stripe where the wings change colors or something like that, I've got that same size. So this is called a proportional calipers. And what it does is it helps you take small things and get proportionally the same measurements on the other things. Now, the proportional calipers, how it works is it's got a series of holes. And the further I move this up, the less pronounced the difference is. If I move this way down, there's a big difference between this and the other side, okay? Here's one that I just made out of paper, and just so I could show you the difference. So for example, on this one, this is about the same size, but this one has the screw way down low, and this one's the screw quite a bit further up. So how it works here is on this one, you can see when I put it on the bird's back, there's a distance from there to there. On this one, since the screws move further up, if I put this on the bird's back, okay, the distance is quite a bit smaller. It's a little bit bigger, but not that much bigger. So how to make one of these? It's really simple. Basically, you get 2 pieces of wood, okay, little thin pieces of wood like this. Put points on either end. I duct tape them together. I drill some holes through here. I purposely, on this one, I got a screw with a wing nut. That way I could, if I have a proportion and I don't want this to move, I can tighten that wing nut and it'll kind of hold itself right there. This one I just threw together for a sample, and you can see the problem with this, it moves a little too easy. So this is called a proportional calipers. I have it in my class, and anytime you think this might come in handy, you can use it, and obviously you can move it, the adjustment to where you need it to be. And if you wanted to make one at home. You could look up proportional calipers on the internet, how to make them, and you could find pretty simple the exact instructions how to make this. Super cheap. All you really need is a screw here with, a little nut, a little bolt with a wing nut works just great. That's proportional calipers, and I like to use it once again if I'm enlarging something and I'm checking proportions. Okay? And you could also use it this way. If you're doing the exact size, you could use it like this and say, I'm going to check my bird over here. So if you want to make 2 birds of the exact size, you could do that. So this works great if you're working from a photo, you're working from your drawing, etc. Okay? Thanks.